taking a look at the 10 NFC teams that missed the playoffs back in 2017, guys. I'm talking the Cardinals, I'm talking the Bears. Who else we got here? The Cowboys, the Buccaneers, and the Redskins all reporting to OTAs today.
Go ahead. I'm going to go with them boys. You know, I get it. Jason Witten is gone. It's a huge blow. Des Bryant gone. It's a huge blow. But they still have Zeke and they got Dak. And that's what they need on offense to get this thing going. I feel like Zeke is the missing piece. You know, I get it. Being suspended, that is the most unlikely scenario all of Dallas wanted to see at the beginning of the season. But now you don't have that. You get your star player backing up Dak, and he gets to hand it off, dump it off to him when he doesn't have what he won in the passing game. And on top of all that, going into your third year, this is the year. This is the prove-it year for Dak Prescott, right? We've talked about him being one of the new up-and-coming quarterbacks in this league, and then last year the question started to be, well, is he that good? I say he is, and I say this year he's going to prove it because he has the weapon that he needs around him. I know it's not Witten, I know it's not Dez, but it is Zeke.
I'm going to go with these guys. I'm going to go with Rise Up. The Red Sea, I don't know. I've never heard of that one for them. But I'm going to go down to the desert here. Rise up. I guess
when you're at the game, they have all the red. It looks like the Red Sea.
Yeah, but it's very biblical. I'm going to go with these guys, the Cardinals.
Red.
Okay. Yeah. New coach, new quarterback, new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator. It seems like it's the same old thing when you've got Larry Fitzgerald and David Johnson and all this, but it's not. It's like a new deal, and Bruce Arians no longer there. Steve Wilks is in, and Steve Wilks has done some cool things motivational-wise to start this off.
What's he got?
We get this term football guy, but David Johnson told us that Steve Wilks placed a hurdle in the middle of the locker room throughout OTAs.
And like a physical one.
Every single day, I want you to look at that hurdle. That's going to represent the challenges that we have ahead of us. In those challenges, it's the Rams, it's the Seahawks, it's the 49ers, and it's the rest of the loaded NFC. I'm a big Steve Wilks guy. I think he was the key to Carolina's defense taking it up a notch the past few years. I think the Arizona Cardinals are the sleeping giant of the NFC.
I will share this hat with you for everything you said and the fact that, what was their record last year, guys?
8-8.
8-8 without David Johnson. Yeah. Now you have Sam Bradford, who, when healthy, is a starter, one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. And if he does miss some time, you have maybe the most pro-ready quarterback in the draft class in Josh Rosen over there. And he has David Johnson back to take pressure off of him, whoever is under center for the Arizona Cardinals. Not to mention that we sleep on the fact that they do have the best pass rusher of the 2017 season on their team. Chandler Jones had No, I want my single.
Oh, okay, all right.
17 sacks last year. We don't talk about it.
Led the league.
They're loaded.
That's incredible. Where does one get a hurdle? Like you go out and buy, is it played against sports, like an old one? He has a physical track and field hurdle inside the locker room. Football guy, I love it. And I reach for the Redskins hat. I'm going there. I'm going to do it. During the commercial break, we're walking around. There's all these videos and displays around here, montages and whatnot. And we just happen to watch one of Jay Gruden screaming to his team, getting them going. And it's kind of like, yeah, Jay, let's get it going. We've been here for a while now. I want to see something from you. And I'm going to Alex Smith because Alex Smith, to me, sort of seems like one of these three-camera sitcoms that's on at night. Like, they take a lot of heat, and a lot of people, it's not their thing, and yet they rate every single year. Millions of people watch them. Alex Smith, say what you want about him, 6 of the last 7 years has been to the NFL playoffs.
Talk about it.
He's going to win. Like, there's no way to me that Alex Smith is going to show up and the Redskins are going to go 5-11 or 6-10. They're just not.
He's the king of Queens of quarterbacks?
He sort of is. He's the king of Queens, yes, or the 2 broke girls, whatever. And by the way, millions of people would watch those shows every single week. So you get Payne in the draft. You get maybe the whole best pick of the whole draft in Geis. I think Alex Smith will win this year because he does every year. I'm going to do it. Why not? 2 teams from that division will make it. I think they might be one.
Which is most likely to make it back to the postseason in 2018's Gotcha!
I'm going to go with these guys. And I love that we have
put that on.
We have like a replacement hat. Sort of like they have a replacement stadium right now.
Yeah,
we have a stand-in Chargers hat.
That's my hat. I think it's a...
Oh, man. Okay. There we go. Not bad.
Hey.
Yeah, it looks like a swim cap. All right, I'm going to go with the LA Chargers and Carson.
You look like you got Botox with the way it's
how do you know I didn't? I better. If not now, when? Speaking of better, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there a more talented team of all the 32 in the NFL? We talked about Rivers earlier in the year. It's been a half decade since it's been in the playoffs. It's been a full decade, 2008, since they've been in the title game. And yet, I don't know, because I've still said they need to slay this Andy Reid dragon, and Chiefs fans are sitting at home being like, yeah, I don't care how talented they are. We have their number every single year. Beat the Chiefs. I still think they're so good. And to do it with the StubHub Center as their home field is incredible.
Top 5 offense, top 5 defense.
They got it all.
Top 5, top 5, top 5. Your brain.
I'm going to stick in the AFC West. I'm going with their rivals, the Broncos.
You getting back?
I enjoy the Chargers. I like Tom Telesco. I like Anthony Lynn. I also realize that our show has become Good Morning Chargers when they haven't made the playoffs in 5 years.
Talk
and
about
they were 9-7 last year. I want to pump the brakes and say this is a team that a couple years ago won the Super Bowl. And still a lot of guys from that team. Emmanuel Sanders, Demarius Thomas. Von Miller. You add Bradley Chubb. You add Case Keenum. You add Cortland Sutton. This team is really, really interesting right now. I hope to see an improvement from last year. Vance Joseph in year number 2. I'm saying the Broncos.
All right, you guys selected the 2 teams I wanted, so now I feel like a recruit choosing this
Yeah, what are you gonna
college.
do? The fake out. They always
You know
do.
what?
Do the fake out.
I'm going to take my talents to
Yeah.
San Diego, baby!
Or LA!
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Take your talents and then take a lap.
I'll take a lap during the commercial break. I'm going to go with the Chargers, and I do feel like if they can start the season off right, they can finish strong. But the question is, who are they going to be as soon as they start the season? I mean, they stole our hearts, and we said to ourselves, this is going to be the year. Start out 0-4, and then we wrote them off and said, it's a wrap. These guys are terrible. And then they went on a hot streak. Can they pick up where they left off? Because if they can do that, they'll be scary and make it to the
They won
playoffs.
6 of the last 7. All they did was add. They're getting everybody back. Keenan Allen will be healthy and beast all season long. On Twitter yesterday, I was talking about Phillip Rivers up against Tom Brady. Yeah. All I got was he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it, and all the media does on a national level is hype up the Chargers, and then they never pan out. I do feel like this year's different.
I hope so. It's incredible. But because they're right. Phillip Rivers hasn't done anything in a long time. But if not now, when?